Welcome to the Steelers Realm Podcast. And now, here are the boys of Steelers Realm, New Jersey Dev, JT, and the famous TA.
Man, that is a jam. Hey, what's up, Steeler Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Steelers Realm Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, JT. Steelers Realm Podcast is sponsored by and brought to you, or should I say powered by, Riverside.fm. At least it was, anyhow. But anyhow, official high-definition remote audio and video recording tool of Steelers Realm. Normal cast of characters back in the seat and ready to go as we release the Steelers schedule on the other side of the state in the heart of Cleveland Browns country. It's famous TA. What is up, my man? Got your bibs on tonight?
That's it, baby. I'm back in the saddle again. Yeah. You were all fired up tonight, JT. You got me all. Going, man. Look at you go.
We've been having some fun backstage here, and on the other side, back and bringing him back in straight off the golf course. It is CJ. What's up, brother?
Not much. The Sixers ripped my heart out slowly, very slowly. What an embarrassment!
You're a Sixers fan?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry to hear that, CJ.
It's the Allen Iverson, man. I grew up watching The Answer.
All right.
You can't dispute that.
Well, hey, guys, the schedule's out, man. But hey, listen, I want to touch on something that's kind of disturbing, too. Have you guys seen what happened to Sid Crosby last night in the Penguins game versus Rangers?
Talk about headhunting. That's not a penalty, but there was an interference called in the third where a guy just used his body to shield a defender and let the puck go by. That's the NHL for you, and that's why.
Yeah, but when are they going to be
successful?
You know, Tom Wilson, he loves to he wasn't involved this time. I don't even know.
Next year.
Yeah,
I guess.
Next year's the year. They'll
get
it under.
Yeah, let's rip Sid's head off and knock him out of the playoffs so we can win a series, knock the Penguins out, and then we'll pay the price later.
Oh, they'll finish him off. They'll be finishing him off tomorrow. 5-3 Pens. Book it. Book it.
Yeah. They need to. They got something to play for now. They got a chip. So, anyhow, I digress.
Hey,
gentlemen,
at least they have a chip. Ford and GM have been looking for chips for a while.
Hey, dude, I just got some good news today, though. Listen, your Ohio neighbors out west, I hear there is an Intel plant coming in around the Columbus area. Did you hear that?
No, but actually, you know what? I did hear about that. It is actually supposed to employ a boatload of people. And they're looking kind of excited about that. Now that I have to stop and think about it, it's going to be a huge facility from what I'm talking, like acres and acres and acres and acres.
That's what it sounded like too. Yeah. Employing thousands. Course,
well, if it's coming,
all the money it brings to the area,
right? But if it's in Ohio, they're just going to bring the Guatemalans up.
Cheap labor,
baby. That's what America's all about.
And as Bill Belichick once said, we're off to Cincinnati.
And we're off to Cincinnati. Tell me about it. Week 1, baby. Here we go. 1 p.m. We meet the mule, Burrow.
That's right. I think
it's perfect.
We don't
time
open at home. Him. What's that? Good time?
I said that's perfect time to catch him. Week 1, Super Bowl hangover, steal a victory on the road. Come on.
I like it.
But wait a second. Before we jump into the regular season, man, I got to touch upon this. Did anybody see the preseason schedule and what we're not doing this year in the preseason?
Enlighten me.
I did not see the preseason schedule. What are we not doing? We're not playing.
I mean, I have a guess. I don't know. But with you saying that, I have a guess.
Okay, what's your guess, CJ?
For the first time in like ever, we're not playing the Carolina Panthers.
You got it. We're not ending the preseason with the Carolina Panthers. We're ending it with the Detroit Lions. And
but we do play the Panthers through the regular season this year, though.
We do.
Yeah.
But we're not playing them in the preseason.
Interesting.
And quite honestly, they really didn't give us really great teams to get warmed up against. The Seahawks, who doesn't have a quarterback. The Jaguars, who were 1-15. And I don't need to say anything about the Lions. I mean, we could go 3-0. That is not going to be a way to judge what this team looks like with those three teams that we have to warm up against. We might as well just go ahead and throw in a couple of high school teams as well.
Yeah, what's West Allegheny up to? Second week of August.
We might get better competition.
No, I think it for once, we've gone through the Ben Roethlisberger era here, and we've kind of poo-pooed the preseason and everything like that. I think with Kenny Pickett coming in, potentially vying to maybe start week 1, we'll discuss that later on, but I think it's a nice little warm-up for him to get a taste of the NFL against some of supposedly on paper lesser teams.
I'm not sure I agree with that, CJ. I mean, he had better competition in college than what he's going to see in the preseason.
Hey, let's raise I can't disagree, but let's raise those expectations in Yinzerland and let's get after it.
Hell, at this pace, Mason Rudolph could be our week 1 starter.
I hope not. Don't.
I doubt that.
Don't.
Hey, before we get too deep, I got a follow up to that. But before we get too deep here, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Manscaped. They are our promotional partner, Steelers Realm Podcast, and we do receive products and a small fee in return for endorsing them. But gentlemen out there, hey, check out manscaped.com for all your male grooming needs, guys. We've all received those. We have them all shined up, and they are the best in men's below the waist grooming, as you can see down below there. Products are precision engineered tools for your family jewels, guys. Manscaped.com and get 20% off right from Steelers Realm by using the code Realm20 at manscaped.com. Check out some of the great products out there as provided to yours truly, Steelers Realm from Manscaped. What are we going to say, TJ? TA?
I'm just happy I can see it again. I thought it was a tool shed and it just needed cleaned up. It did need cleaned up. I mean, my shed, it's all cleaned up. I mean, you got to go get one of these things. It's wonderful, guys. Get it out there, man. Make you feel like a young man again. Like, yes, that 18-year-old stud.
That's all right. You've heard this before, too. Women, she'll like it, too.
Oh, she does like it, JT.
She'd be like, damn, you got all that? Where's that been hiding?
Hey, from a practicality standpoint, I used my Manscaped products here earlier today. I went and I golfed 18. No razor burn, nothing crazy. I'm feeling comfortable right now. I think that speaks to the product.
No chafing?
None.
Oh, was your swing a little bit crisper?
Oh, I was getting some good downward momentum.
Oh, there you go, guys. Improve your golf game and please the women.
That's it. Hey, guys, we're good right there. Manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping worldwide. So if you're in Germany or Austria or wherever, Realm20, manscaped.com. Pick out some of those products. Hey, the spritzer is a nice little touch too.
Even all you Russians out there listening, they will ship it to you for free.
That's right. Wherever you're at. So, with that said, I wanted to kind of follow up. We were talking quarterbacks there, and Mason, poor guy, who knows where he's going to cucked again. But there's a new member of Steelers Nation. So congratulations to Mitch Trubisky and his wife for the birth of their baby boy. Congratulations.
Hunter. We've got another addition to the Steeler family. Yay!
Hunter.
20 years from now, he might be our starting quarterback.
Could be. Maybe sooner than that even.
I wonder what kind of arm he's got right now.
I don't know. Mom's gonna try that one out for a while.
I'm sure she
be the judge of that. She'll be the judge of that. So, hey, TA, you were talking preseason. I don't have it up here, but let's get into the schedule and talk about what we got to deal with in preseason. And of course, I can't wait, guys. Back to Latrobe for training camp this year too. This is going to be a great year, man. I'm very pumped about this year.
Hey, for not having Big Ben, the football gods are actually smiling upon us when I look at this schedule overall. I mean, we might have went from the hardest schedule last year to maybe the easiest schedule this year.
Well, you know what? Let's jump into it. CJ, do you have the preseason up?
No, we already talked about the preseason. We've spent enough time on the preseason.
Who we're not playing?
We're not playing Carolina, West Allegheny, South Fayette, and what the hell's Indiana High School up to?
Plum.
No, they produce Pat McAfee. They're a little above board here.
All right, well, let's get into it. We start off with at Cincinnati at the Bungles. We get to catch them in their hangover, and dude, I'm loving this. Steelers going to end up at the bottom of the barrel in the AFC North stuff. I'm digging this. I will ride that all year long. The underdog thing here. Because I think we're going to surprise a lot of people this year. But, starting in Cincinnati. So we'll not do predictions tonight, but we're going to go through the schedule anyhow. And then, as we get towards wrapping up and start getting into preseason, we'll get our predictions in there. What do you guys think?
No, that sounds good to me, buddy.
Yeah, that way we get a chance to see how it all plays out through the off season, training camp before once all the dust settles. We'll give our predictions. But
I do like the fact we're starting out with Cincinnati. I think that down there in Bengals land, yes, we got swept last year, but you know what? I don't think we've had a back-to-back sweep from Cincinnati in decades. So I really like our chances here on this game. And I'd like to see, who do you guys think right now, off the cusp, who's our day one starting quarterback?
I think it's they play it conservative and they go with Mitch.
I agree.
We'll get through it and I'll tell you when I think.
Yep. I got a number in mind too. A week number in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Week 2, though, home opener, baby. The Patriots. This is a good time to play the Patriots early on in the season.
Yep. Again, Sunday afternoon game, 1 o'clock game.
Well, and here's the kicker, guys. This is the first time since 2002 we will not see Tom Brady or Ben Roethlisberger when we play this game. This is the start of a new era here.
That's 20 years. Wow. I can add.
I'm proud of you, JT.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I'm proud of you. Now, how about this third game, though?
The third game,
Has anybody got their Amazon Prime?
Well, yes, but not for this. This is one of those built-in schedule losses. Short week on the road. You're going to lose.
No, not for prime time. This team is always up for prime time. And we're on Amazon Prime. You can't get any more prime than that. That's like double prime time. We're like prime Sanders for prime time.
They should, you know what? They should have went after Deion Sanders to color commentate. Honestly,
they should have.
Prime time on prime time.
Prime time here on prime time.
Now, I'm happy again. I'm happy they get their short week on the road done over with early in the season.
True.
I
like the fact that it's a primetime game against the Browns too. This will be the first game, and if all holds true, we'll get to see Deshaun Watson lead the Browns.
Batman, negatory.
Nope.
They're talking that he's going to have at least a minimum 4-game suspension, potentially 8
for this year.
Yes.
Oh, shame on me. I have not been keeping up on that story.
Yes. So, this could be Baker Mayfield.
It also could be the rocket science Joshua Dobbs.
I think they start Jacoby Brisket before that happens.
No, I don't. Again, such a good time to catch him early on. I know I've said it a lot, but I hate these short weeks on the road. You're just getting into the swing of things. Next thing you know, you're on 3 days rest, and boom, you're traveling.
Yeah,
just get it out. Get it out early. Schedule loss.
Okay. Hey, that's what I'm saying. The football gods are pretty good to us right now, I believe.
Well, I'm not getting into predictions now, but I like our chances the first week if Deshaun's not playing versus later on in the season. And then as I just this is the first time I've actually scrolled down beyond week 3, but something that pisses me off again this year. You know what that could be, TA?
I'm going to let you tell the fans, JT.
We do not play the Ravens until week 14 and then turn around 3 weeks later and play them again. Why do they do that every stinking year? Why can't we play one team, each of the AFC North teams in the first part of the season, then play them in the second part of the season? No, we got to play the Ravens 2 times in a row within a month.
Now, JT, last year was the first year that we played them the latest. So you can't say it's every season, but we now seem to have back-to-back. So that I will agree with. And what scares me is we already know that's the Black and Blue Bowl. So here we are trying to get ready for the playoffs, and we got to go against the Ravens twice in a short period of time. That we got lucky last year. We come out unscathed. Can we do it 2 years in a row? But you're jumping ahead, JT. You forgot.
I know, but it pissed me off. I was expecting. I'm like, okay, Cincinnati, yeah, okay, Cleveland, yeah, okay. Where's Baltimore? Click. What? So sorry to jump ahead, guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What do you think of this week 4 game?
That's a scary one in all reality, because who are the New York Jets going to be? That's the question.
They're going to be the Jets. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose on the road with a young quarterback. I don't get Zach Wilson hype. Whatever. They're the Jets. If the Steelers are gonna make a run and be in playoff contention, it's a game that they have to win. I know we don't want to do records and all that stuff, but I think after 4 weeks they got to come out 2-2.
I think
2-2.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, we're gonna save that for. We're gonna save that.
You stash that away.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a disagreement already here.
No, 2-2 by week 4. Okay. DJ says that.
Then a trip to Orchard Park, baby. Trip to Orchard Park.
The Bills. That's like a little week 1 rematch of last year.
Still have no clue how they won that game last year, but we'll take it.
Hey,
I know.
That's crazy. We played that game pretty well. And I
agree.
And it was definitely all defense last year. And by all stretch of the imagination, our defense looks to be improved from last year. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go up there at Orchard Park. Maybe we can pick a couple of plums off the old Bills tree.
I like it. Another afternoon game at Buffalo. Now, the good thing about it is it's early in the year. So we don't have to deal with it in January again.
I have been dreaming of watching the Steelers play in a foot of snow. I haven't got to see it in a long time. I always root for them to play Buffalo in like December. I always do. But hey, whatever.
But up in New England.
Oof.
December.
So you guys wearing your Tom Brady Patriots jerseys to the Week 6 game?
Well, the only nice thing about that is Tom has to come to us. And let's face it, we have a pretty good record overall against the Bucs. We are 9-2 against them all time. I can't see Tom at 80 years old changing that statistic much.
Just one more in the win column for him.
I
honestly think this might be the year where he just realizes that, shit, maybe I shouldn't have.
I agree.
The year he goes.
Well, you've seen the reason he came back. They went ahead and announced the reason he came back is because he looked at the ease of schedule in the NFC and thought, I might be able to go to the Super Bowl one more time. Let's give this another run.
I think and to kind of build upon that, I think when you're kind of flip-flopping, whether you want to play or you don't want to play, I think that's when things go south, right? I don't like Tom Brady, but I respect him. You have to respect him. But I think he would have been better off just hanging it up. And that's easy to say here in mid-May. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with that team this year, especially with the coaching change. Bruce Arians stepping away late.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a chance that
maybe you'll hear him come back too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that could really blow up there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But let's face it, Tom doesn't have to worry about that. I mean, Ian Rappaport went ahead and announced that Tom just got himself a 10-year announcement agreement for $375 million with Fox. $375 million retirement check. By God, where's my $375 million retirement check?
I would cut 3 zeros off that and be happy right now.
Well,
anyway,
that is a Fox game, so I guess maybe there you go. So moving on to week 7, Are the Miami Dolphins going to actually be for real this year?
No, they got rid of their coach. He's on our team now.
The Brian Flores revenge game.
Absolutely. Hey, and let's face it, this is the first time Minkah returns to Miami since coming to the Steelers as well, too. We've got like 2 guys searching for revenge.
Are you sure? I thought he played them once.
No, this is the first time back to Miami. We haven't played Miami since 2016.
Who am I thinking of was playing against their... I don't know.
I also think, this is my prediction, this is the first time Kenny Pickett starts.
What?
Ooh, you're going the whole way to week 7, huh?
Yes.
Could you tell your philosophy on that? Kind of curious to hear.
I don't want to get into records, but I think this will be the point where they want to let him play a little bit, so that'll give him a game against the Dolphins, who've been historically bad the past few years, and then a game against the Eagles, where they can kind of fill out and see what adjustments he needs to make, get him a taste of the NFL game, and then head in pretty nicely home against the Saints. Get him some action, get him some tape, let him review before the bye week.
Well, no, wait, whoa, stop. So you're thinking, so far right now, you've got this team going 0-2 in prime time. Am I following that correctly? You're saying the prime time magic is lost right now. That's what you're predicting.
No, I'm saying that they'll lose week 3 and week 7. Kenny Pickett starts, and they win.
Kenny Pickett starts. Only then to follow up by week 8 to go to Philadelphia. That's the game that really scares me because we ain't had no luck whatsoever against the Eagles.
Yeah. Throw out the record book, rivalry game. No, I kid. I just think from a developmental standpoint, getting him some meaningful NFL snaps pre-bye week where they can make the adjustments needed to help him develop would be the smart thing to do.
So
that would make sense going into the bye, whether it be, I don't know, you wouldn't want to start him against the Eagles. I guess that does make sense looking at it. If Miami continues to be this year is not so good, so that gives him a game against them, and then see how he fares against the Eagles. Now,
the next spot. The next
he
spot,
starts the rest of the way through.
Yeah. You're not going to start in week 7, then pull him week 8. I mean, you could follow the book, which I think is very stupid, and then have him say you don't start him week 7, just start him after the bye week to give him that 2 weeks of practice. Week 10 against Saints.
So what are you saying our record's going to be by that time, CJ?
Heading into Miami, 2-4.
2-4.
Wow.
What if we're actually 4-2 heading into Miami?
Don't rock the boat. Let Mitch do his thing.
The boat. So you don't think Mitch has a chance in hell against anybody in this first half of the season?
No, I think he's going to have to beat the Patriots. He's going to have to beat the Jets. They're not going to beat the Bills on the road again. He would have to steal a game against Tampa Bay.
Why couldn't he beat that game against the Bills? He just came from the Bills. If anybody knows what the Bills are going to run on defense, it's going to be Trubisky.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
We'll see. It's also on the road, and Josh Allen is 10 times the quarterback that he is. So
it might be on the road, but for him, he's going home. There's comfortability there.
He lived in Buffalo for eight months.
I mean,
Chip
the
on the
reason
shoulder.
If I went to Myrtle Beach for 8 months and golfed, I wouldn't call Myrtle Beach my home a year later.
Yeah, but I mean, here's where I'm getting at. It's almost as if, this Mitch Trubisky, phenom lasted for a whole whopping 3 weeks. We have a draft, we get Kenny Pickett, and it's like, who's that other guy? Bring him in. He's starting. Now, wait a minute. You were the one who endorsed Mitch and saying, well, he got a bad rap in Chicago. He's not as bad as you think. Now you're talking he's going 2-4 and he's out the door. Bring in the new guy. Now that's a Yinzer right there, folks. Right there, you heard it here. That's a Yinzer's way of thinking. Hail to the Steelers.
Yep. But I mean, if the Steelers were high on him, why take a quarterback at 20? Do I think Mitch is bad? No. Do I think he's great? No. Does he have a chance to be above average? Yeah. But above average quarterbacks in the NFL, outside of 1, 2, or 3, they don't win Super Bowls. They might sneak you in the wild card. Listen, they drafted Kenny Pickett to be the franchise quarterback.
Hold on. So now we're going into week 10 against the New Orleans Saints. JT, how are you liking this? Saints got to come to us.
Another Fox game. By the way, Miami is on NBC, which is interesting. It was the first NBC game of the year. Back to Fox again, 1:30. We host the Saints. I like that. Coming off the bye week, I don't like that. Never seemed to be. I don't know what the overall record off the bye week is. I'm sure we'll be talking about that.
We're actually pretty good.
So
we're actually a lot better than what you think.
Hopefully that gives them a chance to kind of tighten up and reload for the second half. I mean, I like where our bye is right there. It's not too early. It's not too late.
It's
not exactly in the middle. It's mid-season, though, within a week or so. Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually mid-season. I mean, you only got 18 weeks. 18 divided by 2 is 9. You can't get any more mid than that, JT. You just did math earlier. What happened now? I mean, come on. That's mid-season. I'm a hillbilly. Didn't even have to take my shoes off to figure that one out.
Well, it depends. Now, week 18, teams don't play 18 games, dude. They play 17. So, in my defense, within a week. I said within a week. We're within a week.
It's the perfect time for a bye.
It's the perfect time for a bye.
It's a great time for a bye.
And it wouldn't be a Steelers Around podcast if TA didn't give me some grief. So that's why I love you, brother.
All right. So now we're going to stick to week 11. Here we are, our third primetime game. CJ's got us being swept by the Bengals. We're now 0-3 in primetime. Am I correct, CJ?
No way.
False.
No way.
False.
No way.
Wait. Whoa.
Sunday Night Football. Yinzers will be tailgating since 8 in the morning.
Kenny Pickett starting our new savior, and we win. Hail to the king. Hail to the king. Here we go, baby. Playoff run begins.
And then we get some Monday Night Football, week 12.
Another primetime game.
Yeah, against the corpse of Matt Ryan.
Now, wait a minute. Matty Ice is still pretty cool. The corpse of Matt Ryan.
Yeah, his body is pretty cool. He's been hanging in a moratorium for 3 years.
Man, come on now. Matty Ice is not that bad.
The Atlanta Mausoleum.
And then we get the Falcons. Easy W.
Whoa. Now stop. You do realize this is the first time we will be playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Last year, we did not fare too well in new stadiums and went 0-2, may I remind you.
Yeah. Well, we didn't fare well, period, last year, aside from a couple of decent games.
We went to the playoffs, JT.
Yeah.
Kenny
We all
Pickett
moved
called
into the-
plays at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He knows what he's up against.
All right.
Then,
Here's
as JT said at the Black and Blue Bowl, Week 14, the Ravens.
the Ravens.
I hate playing them this week, this late in the year, as JT said. But hopefully,
I hate playing them twice in the second half of the season. That just drives me insane.
It actually happened again too during the COVID year with the weird scheduling change too.
Yep.
But anyway, usually by this time of the year, half the Ravens teams on the IR shouldn't be a problem.
All right. First of all, I mean, this is where the rubber's going to meet the road here. This year is going to be the 31st matchup between Harbaugh and Tomlin. Now, remember, it's Lambeau and George Halas who have 49 times. So at this pace and as young as these cats are, they might blow that record out of the water. But the Ravens are going to be coming strong because we swept their ass last year. So we keep talking about grudge matches and chips on the shoulder. You don't think that the Ravens aren't going to have a chip on their shoulder coming in the Heinz Field?
Well, and they had a super draft, right? So they're going to
had
win
a
every
very
game.
good draft.
They had
I
a
don't know
super
about
draft.
every game. They still have a running back for a quarterback, JT. It can't be that good. Come on now.
They suck.
It does amaze me how no matter what the Ravens do in the draft, it's always the best. They're so ahead of the game. They're so this, they're so that.
Well, you said one thing about the Ravens that's true. Dude.
Yeah, the analysts say that they have a great draft. No matter what.
Yeah.
They could have took me in the sixth. Well, he's a great pick. It's unbelievable how much smoke gets blown up Lamar Jackson's ass. Dude hasn't won a playoff game.
Hey, listen, you can hear it now. The smoke blowing in off the Inner Harbor.
Hey Jim, how about this Week 15 bye though?
I don't know. Hold on. I'm still getting a whiff of clams.
Whiff of crab cake. Yeah, Week 15 bye. We go down south, get a little suntan. Get a little suntan.
Who's going to be their quarterback?
Play a football game. Come back with a win.
I don't know. Well, I actually think their coach will be fired.
It'll be the interim coach at this time.
It might be. No, but I think this is kind of one of those things where they've kind of checked out. CJ McCaffrey's going to be hurt by this point. Their coach will be fired. Darnold will have 20 turnovers. I feel bad for Panthers fans. I actually feel bad for them.
Well, yeah, I got a buddy down there.
Save the violin music for later.
Yeah.
All right. Now, here we go. The 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception. This is all we are going to hear about why we are trying to prepare for Christmas as another primetime game. Are we now 0-5 here, CJ?
Oh, no. Derek Carr is soft. He is soft in the cold. He doesn't play well in the freezing. Anything below 40 degrees, look up the stat. This is going to be a fun game to go to on Christmas Eve. I'm planning on it right now.
Now, you do realize that we have not beat the Raiders since 2015.
Yeah, and every time the Steelers, what is it? Every time the Steelers lose to the Ravens, they don't make the Ravens, the Raiders, they don't make the playoffs, which that got dispelled
last year.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy about McDaniels as a head coach.
He didn't fare too well the first time, did he?
No, he did. No, he did not. It'll be interesting.
He was in the AFC West that time too.
Yes, he will. Yes, he was. It'll be interesting to see what he does with the Raiders. They're kind of my wild card, in all seriousness. They have the offensive weapons, and now with an offensive coach, kind of. Gruden was an offensive coach, but he was like set in the early 2000s. So they are going to be interesting to watch this year, though.
With old softy Derek Carr. Should we start here? Should we start getting the T-shirts made up though and selling them on the strip right now? Softies coming to town. Old softies coming to town.
I mean, you could sell that for a multitude of reasons. You'd probably make a decent amount of money.
Yeah, probably could. Hey guys, I want to take a minute, plug a new Facebook group, Steelers Nation Local 724. You know what the 724 is?
Is it smoking marijuana?
No.
Oh, that's 470. Or is that 482? No, that's 420. I'm sorry, JT. I have no idea. What does 724 mean, JT? Help me out here, brother.
724 is the area code outside of Pittsburgh, right? Surrounding counties, Westmoreland County, Indiana County.
Oh, there's meaning behind it.
Fayette County. Yeah.
Here, I thought I had
412 shirts, right? That's Pittsburgh, Allegheny County zip code, right? 412, not zip code, but area code. So Steelers Nation Local 724. That's the 724 area code. That's us Yinzers out in the outskirts of 412.
So go get your union cards.
Yeah, we got some great fans in there already. Some great stuff getting posted up. So stop in. Facebook group, SteelersRealm.com, and our Steelers Nation Local 724 Facebook group. It's growing daily, so we appreciate you guys out there. Check it out on Facebook. So moving ahead, here we go again. Back down to Baltimore, the Inner Harbor. Shit town.
You know what? That's going to be a good game to watch all hungover.
It will be. That's a New Year's Day game. Wow.
That's a New Year's Day game.
Christmas Eve evening, and then Christmas Day or New Year's Day. Wow. What a holiday, dude.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm almost thinking about going to that game, to be honest with you, because the last time the Ravens and the Steelers played on a holiday was Christmas, and that game was a blast.
Hey, you know what a game it was a blast was when we played New England back. Let's see, this was during the Bush election.
First one or second one? Which Bush?
Second one. Okay. Second one. And we played them on Halloween. And it was an awesome day that day. And not only did we beat them that week, we turned around Philadelphia. They were undefeated, and we stopped their streak. And then Philadelphia came in the following week, who were also undefeated and had a winning streak going, and we beat them.
Wasn't New England next, too?
I know. New England was the first. New England was, what did I say? Baltimore. New England was, that was a very cool game. Yeah, that was the Patriots. They came in, and we stole the show. We stopped their winning streak, and then we played the Eagles the next week. But we're talking about memories here. That just brought back. That was a great game. It It was still early. It was a beautiful day. It was in the 60s that day, and we just smoked them. Now, if you recall later that year, they crushed us. That's the year that Hines Ward said it seemed like they knew what we were going to run on defense. Like their defense seemed to know what plays we were going to run before we ever played them.
Spiky.
Wonder why that was. But
anyway, then week 18, we get the Mason Rudolph rematch because we're going to be resting KP, getting ready for the playoffs. One last ride, Mason Rudolph. What do you think?
JT, wait a second. Before we go there, you do realize on that Halloween game, when we beat the Ravens, we went on to win the Super Bowl that year against the Seahawks.
When we beat the Ravens?
When we beat the Ravens on Halloween that year.
Yeah, that was 05.
Mm-hmm.
04 was the Eagles Patriots. So you were right at first. We were just in different years there.
Yeah. Now the 05 season was the one where was that the AB just made it across the goal line?
That was Christmas.
That was the Christmas game.
Oh, okay.
I know. At this age, JT, they all bleed in together. I know. It's hard.
Steelers Ravens games.
It's hard.
Now
right.
this is off the Steelers site here, guys, but they show week 18. It's just like a flex game.
Yeah, so they're gonna
the first also, but TBD. So
yeah, so they're gonna split up. They're gonna do what they've kind of been doing from what I've read. They're gonna play some games on Saturday, some games on Sunday. Most of the games on Saturday are going to be meaningless based on records, stuff like that. So if you have 3-13 or 3-13 team playing like a 5-12, 5-11, something like that, they're going to play them on Saturday. Just something, and give the fans a little extra something to watch to see who's getting top 10 pick, which is always nice.
So what you're basically saying, CJ, at this point in time, if Pickett's has been getting his brains beat out, we're playing Saturday and we're heading home.
Yep. And if we have any shot at playoff contention, which I think we will, I really do.
We're 1-4 right now in prime time, according to you. We ain't got a chance in hell after listening to this podcast. I'm sorry, Steelers Nation. We suck.
I'm bringing up the official stat. Keep talking.
I keep talking.
I'm looking up the stats.
What stats you looking
Just
up?
keep talking.
All right, Steeler Nation. This here is brought to you by. I better stop now before I get in trouble. JT's giving me the evil eye. I can see it now. Can you feel it? If you haven't, you have to check us out on YouTube because this is too much fun. For those of you who are not watching, JT is the only one in his Manscaped Steeler garb. CJ looking like he just came off of the golf course. And me, TA, looking like I've just got done plowing the field. So please tune in to our YouTube channel. How's that for a spot, JT? I might have to take your job.
Very good. Very good.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't either. You can have it.
Okay. CJ, look, we've bought you enough time. Okay, do we have to play the Jeopardy music now?
Save that while he's there.
We'll save it for next week. I will open up with the stat. And I will defend that week 3 game on the road, short rest on a Thursday, why it's a loss.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Okay. All right. Well, while there's a pause in the action here, folks, Vegas, according to Sporting News, they have Utes. Your Honor, these two Utes, win totals, they're projecting 7.5 wins. for 2022.
Ooh. Has Tomlin seen that yet? How does he
The
feel
over
about going
odds.
16?
Over odds are minus 120. Under odds plus 100.
8-8-1.
Again?
Never had a
Back-
losing season. Never had
back
a losing
to back?
season.
8-1? Oh, tune back in during the finale of the preseason to hear our real predictions. After
Yeah,
everybody's excited after beating high school teams for 3-0.
Yeah, it's always fun to play the game, though.
Yeah. Now, Sporting News has the Bengals, Chiefs, and Steelers among the best to beat the over-under projections. Why do you think that is?
Our defense.
Oh, absolutely. You can't count us out. Can't count us out. Look, when we had Duck Hodges and Mason, I mean, let's face it, that defense was there. And I'm here to tell you, TJ and Cam are not going to let us go with a losing season. They will have these boys fired up for prime time because it is their job to let these young guys know what the tradition's all about and to teach them what the standard is.
So AFC North power rankings, all right, coming in at top of the list in AFC North is Baltimore Ravens at 9, followed right behind them by Cleveland.
They're giving
And then
Cleveland number 2.
Cincinnati is 11. So 9, 10, 11 power rankings. And now this is according to Sporting News. So take that with a grain of salt. But where do you think the Steelers are? Now, this is different from the last one I saw.
I don't know. After listening to this podcast, I'm pretty depressed. I think we're at 32.
No, 15, according to this one. I've
Fine
seen
for a playoff spot.
15 to 20. But Miami's right in there at 16. So
Shut it down. Burn it down.
all right. We're gonna get it. We're gonna leave that page.
We'll have fun. Let's rank everything next week.
No, yeah, we got time for that. These are just initial impressions, Steeler Nation. So anyhow, what do you think, Gus? Anything else we want to touch on? Did we miss something?
Actually, I want to talk about this real quick. We went ahead and we've dropped 3 other players this week. We dropped Tigray Scales. We dropped a long snapper, which is, no surprise, and a cornerback, Isaiah Johnson. Now, that puts us, JT, at 86 players. We're 4 below the maximum at this time. Does this mean that we have another free agent signing in the works that we're unaware of? I mean, it seems a little odd this time of the year for the Steelers to be 4 players under the maximum, don't you think?
I don't know. There's plenty of time for the fallout from the draft and everything else. There's still guys getting signed and guys not getting signed.
Rookie OTA start in 2 days.
That's true.
I mean, I think with roughly $12 million in cap space right now, I think maybe they're still eyeing some veterans, maybe trying to get a nice little cheap deal done together, nice 1 year. Let's see if you can do. Again, Akeem Hicks, I think he would be a good fit, depth on the D line. I know we've kind of talked about this before we went live, but I think he would be a good fit in the Steelers locker room.
Well, let me ask you this then. Do we go ahead and bring in Deontay Hightower as a third inside linebacker just to go ahead and back up what we've already got?
I'm thinking with Omar Khan and those guys. Why not both? Right? I don't think either are going to be overly expensive. If you cut, I'm looking right now, if you release Mason Rudolph before, where did I see it? Before June 1st, I believe you can add another $3 million in cap space. So that would take you up to 15. It's not unreasonable to think of adding both of them.
So you're saying we go into the season with 3 quarterbacks who do not know the system.
Yeah.
All right. So
Mason Rudolph's known the system since he's walked in. Well, not since he's walked in. That's unfair.
Right. He's been with the club for the last 4 years, 5 years. So if that's the case, then why not bring in a veteran wide receiver? And if you look at the top 3, you got Julio, you've got OBJ, and you got Jarvis Landry. Now, if I'm going to take anybody, I'm taking Landry because I think that guy can really do something for our young receiver corps, especially when you looked at what he did as a Cleveland Brown with all of those young wide receivers. I think if we go after anybody, we should be really eyeballing Jarvis Landry at this present time and moment for a little bit of veteran leadership in that wide receiver room.
I agree.
I don't have a problem with that. I was you look at that wide receiver room, it's very young still. I think they do need some guidance. I think Claypool, Deontay, Pickens has his kind of off the field semantics. I think someone to come in, doesn't even have to be Landry. It could be someone that's even a little older and a little less accomplished. Someone like who could come in, show them this is how you be a pro, and this is how you do it.
Look,
that'd be worth the investment in itself.
The list ain't very long on who would be a pro. I mean, if we're looking at somebody to be a pro, I'd have to say Jarvis Landry because the rest of the group just isn't looking that good.
It's fair enough.
JT, you getting ready to go to a techno dance? What are we doing here? We got a rave starting?
Giving you a little background groove there, TA.
Little background groove? All right,
background groove, yeah.
Little background groove. If that's the case, then maybe we'd just bring in Julio, I'm always injured Jones. He can help us with the groove. Actually, if we were going to go with an old guy, I'd have to bring in T.Y. Hilton. If you're going to really bring in an old guy, then it'd be T.Y. Hilton.
He would command instant respect from those guys in the locker room, which I think Landry would too. And I still think Landry has some little rubber left on his tires.
Yeah, I would take that. I would take that.
He's about a 632nd on the tread depth.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
So I'm looking. Hey,
and then last but not least, the hunt is still on for the replacement, and we brought in a third one now, old Doug Waley, for his second interview. So now we've gone with 3 on their second round. So I'm kind of curious on who is on the short list now of the second round interviews.
If they hire Doug Waley, I will be severely disappointed. Have you listened to this man in his interviews on 93.7 The Fan? Mm-hmm. They are not fun to listen to.
No.
Are you telling me that nails across a chalkboard are more exciting?
Yes. And probably, I won't get into it too much, but I believe in pretty much anyone that they've brought in other than him. And maybe that makes me wrong for singling him out. He had that stint in Buffalo, which was an absolute disaster. I don't know. I like promoting within right now. Call me crazy. Well, I know you're going to rip on me for that.
Well, no, I'm not going to rip on you for that. All I'm going to say is if they are going to promote from within, they need to hurry up, because did you see that the Philadelphia Eagles have asked to interview one of our within potential GMs?
Who's that? Omar?
No. So you had a 50-50 chance. So it's the second one. Anyone? Bueller? Hunt. Yes, Hunt has been requested to go ahead and interview with the Eagles.
Here's my thing. This is what I think will happen in the end. Is I think both will be named as a co-GM type deal. One will handle roster acquisitions. The other will handle salary cap management. And I think that's the best way to go.
It's a co-op.
Yeah.
We're going to run a co-op. Then I did wear the right attire tonight. Us farmers have got to stick together, JT. We're running co-ops now, baby. Well, JT, that's it. If you want to listen to us banter on anymore, absolutely. I can talk for a long, long time. Or you can say, all night. We're going to end the show here before we lose any more listeners.
That's right. You see what CJ has in his hand right there? That's a coffee, guys. And you know what? We are coffee drinkers. You can call whatever you want coffee. But, hey, help us out. Buy us a coffee. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/SteelersRealm. Throw us a bone. And we appreciate it. We got some bills to pay here, too. So anything you could do to help us out, we appreciate it. If you like what you hear, throw us a bone, throw us a like, and share out there, SteelersRealm.com. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Rumble, Truth Social. You name it, we're on it. Plus anywhere you get your podcast, too. So we appreciate you tuning in. Gentlemen, great night. Interesting schedule. I'm pumped for this year. I think we'll be the underdogs, and let's just let them think that we're not going to do well at all year long, and watch us go out and kick some ass this year, Steelers style. So, gentlemen, have a great rest of your week. Let's hope the sunshine stays like we've had for the last few days. And as always, careful in the hot tub, man. See you next time. We're out.
Steelers Nation, it's been a pleasure. Mitch, Hillary, again, congratulations with Hunter. Welcome to the family. Look forward to you completing the season, showing everybody what you got. Good night, Steelers Nation.
Pens 5-3 tomorrow. Book it. Book it. Book it.
Nice.
It's booked.
Check back next week into the Steelers Realm.